It's an amazing thing. You should go buy it on March 9th anywhere you can, Best Buy, iTunes, wherever. For us, it's just, it's always exciting to put out new albums. They're like, I guess it's like sending your kids off to college. But it is a year in the making, and I think that it's one of our most genuine and personal albums. So I hope that the fans really enjoy it and connect with it.
Well, in reading about this album that's about to come out on the 9th, I heard you guys talking about that this will define who you guys are as a group. So what is the definition of Kidz In The Hall when we listen to these tracks?
I think it's genuine, aspirational, and at times self-reflective music for, I guess, extraordinary, ordinary people.
I like that.
There are a lot of people that have dreams a lot bigger than where they are at the time, and I think that this is definitely the soundtrack to that experience. There's often frustration that goes on with that, but then there's a lot of joy that comes with the little milestones you make when you do start realizing your dreams. So I think this is basically the soundtrack to that.
I think we can all relate to that. Tell us about one of your favorite tracks on the album.
I like every record. I can't separate. I love every record. It was one of those things that I really put together. Everything means something. Everything is kind of a transition. The beginning of the album starts off kind of in a very hungry and very raw state. And so a lot of the music, a lot of the distortion I use in it, and just the energy that Knowledge has in it is almost the way that we had before our first album came out. And then as the album progresses, you also progress in the levels of fame, and then you get to kind of take over the world, which is kind of the positive epitome of really reaching your dreams. And then kind of after that, the album shifts into a little bit of a self-reflective side where you talk about you get a little drunk off of the success, you get a little ahead of yourself, and then you start coming down from that high and really analyzing whether that's where you want to be. So it's a really hard thing to parse, because I love every piece of it so much.
Well, that's great you put it together in that way, because that is a common complaint these days with albums. It's just tracks in order, 1, 2, all the way to 10. In this case, it looks like you put some thought into how you're laying it out. But you mentioned the passion of your music, your sound. How do you balance being an artist, but at the same time, wanting to bring home some of that cash and make it to the big time?
I think the benefit, and I guess this is something that not a lot of people share, we have the benefit that I think us being raised on a kind of MTV generation quietly gave us the ability to make bigger, and I guess for lack of better words, pop sounding hip hop records without it being forced.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we have a pretty broad palette when it comes to the music that we listen to, and I think because of that, we're able to make records that I feel like appeal to more than just a very niche audience. So that will hopefully be the determining factor, because that's the thing that kind of helps us connect with other people.
Double O, you're hitting the road soon with your tour, Crowd Control.
Tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Pack the bags.
What can we expect?
Energy, an insane amount of energy. I mean, we, especially with this album, it's probably taken the longest of all our albums to put together, just because we had the ability to take our time with it and get it right. So now it's like a whole brand new energy when we get on stage, and because the album is a little more literal in Knowledge's case than it has been in the past. So every word that's coming out is not only just facts, because we've never necessarily lied on any record, but it's more, if he's talking about a girl and using a name, it's probably a real name. If he's talking about a scenario, that happened, it's a very real scenario, and I think those things bring out a different side of him. But on the stage, it's like we're a ball full of energy. If we don't enjoy ourselves up there, then the fans can't enjoy themselves on the ground. So we like to make sure we enjoy our music as much as we want other people to.
Being honest can sometimes get you into a bit of trouble, but as fans, we all appreciate the transparency and keeping it real.
It can only get you in trouble if you can't stand behind your words. I think that, there's something to be said about the ability to just say, yeah, I said it. And what? It's real. There's nothing, falsified about it. And I think once you can do that, then the trouble is only really kind of what you make it, because you're being as real as you can, and as genuine as you can.
We need more of that. DJ Double O, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Thank you guys.
So Double O's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
He's gonna pack the bags with, I believe, Knowledge. Is that his buddy? They're going out on the road. Alley Cats. Friday, I think that's owned by our very own Andy Katz in Richmond, Virginia. He's a huge hip-hop fan. Andy Katz is going to be with us a little later. Then all the way up to Peabody's in Cleveland, Ohio. Can you make any of those shows? Is DC like the
I'm
closest?
definitely going to purchase the album on iTunes. I feel like these are some real artists. They have a good message. I was impressed.
I like that. Our Best Buy, as it